Jumping back into it, Matt, I am putting you in the hot seat, which I know over the course of this year with this segment has become your favorite seat to sit in. And so without any further ado, I'm going to jump right in with a little bit of recruiting here, because I know that it's easy for us to look at the past month. Anyone who follows recruiting knows that Oklahoma's been in on some very big names in the recruiting realm that are part of this 2021 class, from Emeka Egbuka, Tristan Leigh, Camar Wheaton, as well as Bryce Foster. None of those are coming to the University of Oklahoma. And when we begin to look at just the past 4 weeks and what has transpired, I believe that the average fan immediately begins to get down and begins to think of what this recruiting class could be and what it actually is. But true or false, Matt, it's very easy for us to look at the past 4 weeks and this trend that's happened and say, well, I totally forgot we have the number one player in the class in Caleb Williams.
No, that's true. And you go to social media and you realize suddenly there's thousands of people out there who can recruit better than Lincoln Riley and Alex Grinch. And yeah, it's disappointing to lose a Camar Wheaton last minute. It's disappointing to lose a Tristan Leigh last minute. But let's also keep in mind that there's a reason why these guys never committed. And one of the reasons why they never committed was they weren't 100% certain where they were going to go play college football. You look at what the juggernaut that Alabama has been. Alabama's always going to be a major point of competition for any program, much less Oklahoma, but any program when you're going head to head to them with them for a recruit. My understanding with Tristan Leigh is, hey, Clemson's, that's a lot closer to home than Oklahoma, and he having family. I mean, Caleb Williams' family is moving to Norman. All right. I didn't get the sense that Tristan Leigh's family is able to pack up and move to Norman, and they're not going to move to North Carolina either. But what's going to happen is, South Carolina. Sorry, Clemson fans, South Carolina. But you're right. You get the number one quarterback in the country. And all of a sudden, because you don't get Tristan Leigh, because you don't get Camar Wheaton, you hear people say, well, we can't close out. We can't get these recruits. Nothing's going to change until we get these recruits. Okay, so let me just tell you real fast. Is Caleb Williams not a big recruit? Because I'm pretty sure he's signed. Billy Bowman, the number 2 athlete in the whole 2021 class, was he not a big recruit? Because he signed. Mario Williams at one point was the number 1 wide receiver in this class. He ended up as the number 4 wide receiver on this class. Who did he sign with? Oh, yeah, that's right. He signed with Oklahoma. But what about on the defensive side of the ball? Okay, we'll go there. Clayton Smith, the number 2 weak side defensive end in this class. He signed with the University of Oklahoma. Kevin Gilliam, the number 6 weak side defensive end in this class. He signed with the University of Oklahoma. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Ethan Downs, who was the number 1 player of the state for most of his career, and then got flapped to the number 2 player in the state of Oklahoma. By the way, he plays defense, the number 10 weak side defensive end. He signed with the University of Oklahoma. This is a very good class that Oklahoma got, and they did close the deal on some very big-time players. And so because you lose Tristan Leigh, yes, it becomes disappointing that you lose Tristan Leigh. Yes, it becomes disappointing because you lose Camar Wheaton. But let's not lose our heads and just say the class that's number 1 in the Big 12 and number 10 nationally, it's garbage because we didn't get those 2 guys. We can't recruit. Let's just step back and realize how crazy that sounds.